Yeah, if I was using that, I would position it in an email or a follow up. It's like, hey, my audience would really love to interact with you. What's the best venue to contact you in so they can follow up and get more information from you if they choose. So whether that's your email list or whether that's Google Plus, just let me know so I can let my audience know how to best follow up with you, and you might get more interaction that way. Oh yes, Magic 8 Ball is magic.
Depends on the day.
A little blurb that I'm going to read. Thank you, Vernon. Marketing professional whose career has spanned across several industries, from the medical industry to the video games marketing. He's with such companies as McDonald's, Dell Computers, and Rockstar Games.
Audience size and reach, and where your audience is, you have to consider how big is an audience or how big is a platform that I'm communicating with, and can I get to enough people? Am I spending the amount of time that I need to spend on the right network? And if you're not, you're wasting your time. Because it's great that Facebook has 1 billion users, but if your users aren't on Facebook, then what difference does it make? So she had maybe, we estimated a 20% return on what she actually did, but she didn't retain any of the information of the people that came in. So one of the things you want to do when you talk about building a community is you have to capture that information. And using Facebook, using Google Plus, using Twitter.
All right, so let's not mess around here. Let's get going. Who else wants to grow their podcast audience? What can you expect from this session? Vernon, if you would kick us off,
Sure.
Why did you start podcasting?
So I'm a social media consultant. I have a lot of clients or had a lot of clients in social media. A lot of small businesses, doctors, lawyers, dentists, chiropractors. Part of the problem when you're a consultant is you give them all this advice and they pay you for it, then they don't do it, and then they blame you for it when it doesn't work because they didn't implement. And I'm like, okay, how can I get these people to implement and also do something else and try to scale this income? Because it was still a dollars for hours business. You know, having created several websites over the years, several niche blogs and stuff like that, the biggest thing is trying to get noticed. And when Google changes their logarithm, like Rob was saying, you lose all the traffic to your blog no matter what you're doing. So, you know, with social media and everything like that, it's still so noisy to get yourself noticed. When I started my podcast, it went from struggling to get noticed. I'd had my website for a while, and it was just a blog. I ended up deleting all the posts off of that website and dedicating the site at vernonross.com specifically to podcasting, with a blog post sprinkled in here and there. But it was the guests that I got, and it's this whole thing of perceived authority. So when you get a guest on like Chris Brogan or Pat Flynn, because I got Pat Flynn on at FinCon last year.
I don't know. But
I've got one of those. Stop doing what you're doing. That was the title of the email. Stop doing what you're doing. Your show effing sucks. I actually somebody took the time to write that email, and I was like, thank you for listening. I hope you hit subscribe.
That's great.
It gets better. And for you too. That was the email. You have a great voice, man. You should just press publish. Don't worry about it. Yeah. I check my stats like every day. Hashtag 14. I do. So,
Or it could be, you know, like a day like this, something fun that you guys were doing. It's totally unrelated to directly trying to grab that customer, but you go out, you view that profile, they're gonna go look and go, oh, okay. Oh yeah, I was looking at something like this, especially if you're targeting those people that are your leads or your potential leads. You go, you start viewing their profile, you go to the companies that you want to sell to, you identify those targets, and then you just start clicking on people's profiles. I mean, literally, you just click them and open them in a new tab, spend 5 minutes a day during that, and you do it a couple times. So I've had a couple guys look at my profile several times. And of course, I'm like, why does this guy keep looking at my profile? He's like stalking me online. So I'll go to their profile and I'll reach out to him and connect. It was like, hey, I noticed you viewed my profile like several times. It's because you're so dang handsome. Get these 10 things done. Yep. And this is a LinkedIn course, quite honestly. Anything that you're going to see online, if you just follow these best practices, a complete profile with your picture, a summary of who you are, what you do, what your specialties are, the keywords that Weezy uses, and you'll be good.
It's a digital conference. You expect this, right?
smile and make it. Like doing a bonfire.